How would a young John Cusack have been at portraying a young Spock in a Star Trek movie? Ah, the marriage of Cusack and Spock. That is an interesting thought experiment. You see, when folks think of John Cusack back in the 80s and 90s, they're picturing that earnest charm he exuded in films like Say Anything and High Fidelity. He always had this lovable every-guy quality about him, mixed with a bit of neurotic wit. Even his offbeat roles retained a certain relatable humanity. Now flip the script and think about Spock. Spock is the epitome of stoicism, a character steeped in an enigmatic blend of Vulcan logic and subtle, often suppressed human emotion. Leonard Nimoy brought an inimitable gravitas to the role that was all about nuance. An eyebrow raise here, a slight twitch of the lips there, all speaking volumes without shouting. So, would young Cusack be able to switch gears and give us a compelling young Spock? Well, here's the thing about acting. It's all about range. While we've pegged Cusack as the quirky, hard-on-his-sleeve sort of protagonist, that doesn't mean he couldn't rock a calm, calculating demeanor in his repertoire. The key ingredient here would be restraint, a tall order for actors who thrive on emotional expression, but not impossible. Cusack would bring a different energy to the character for sure. Perhaps we'd witness a Spock that's a touch more visibly conflicted on that human Vulcan teeter-totter, giving us a peek at the simmering passion beneath the cool exterior. Imagine those moments in the Academy or on early spacefaring missions where Spock wrestles with his identity. Cusack could bring a vulnerability to those scenes, offering a fresh angle on Spock's journey to becoming the icon. In a hypothetical world where we time warp and cast young John Cusack as a young Spock, think Portland. Unusual, a little off the beaten track, but somehow fitting. Perhaps he wouldn't embody Spock with the same austere aura as Nimoy, but I bet Cusack's take would have been interesting. It would have been the Spock that leaned into his human heritage a bit more, giving us a new layer to that internal struggle. It's all conjecture, but that's the fun of these what-if scenarios in the world of movies. Like contemplating rain while sitting in a quiet, misty Portland garden. It's the possibilities that stir the imagination.